I am back with another tale from the Arabian Nights. It is called The Man with Three Wives. Now, this story is even more entertaining and exciting and interesting than the title itself. Let's begin. Sidi Ahmed was a very lucky man. He had a nice little house, a pleasant job, and a pretty wife. He had a donkey too. Every day he cut wood in the forest and sold it in the market. Every day he came home to supper, and then his worries began. Sidi Ahmed's wife never stopped talking. "Why didn't you come home earlier? You never talk to me. You never tell me I'm pretty." She went on and on and on. Sidi Ahmed was always very glad to get into the forest. It was quiet and peaceful there. One day, however, his wife got on the donkey's back. "I am coming with you," she said. "I want to make sure you work hard. I'm sure you spend half of the day dreaming." Sidi Ahmed said nothing, but he thought of a clever plan. He stopped the donkey. "My dear," he said, "I wasn't going to tell you. I wanted it to be a surprise. But there is a wonderful treasure down there." He pointed towards an old well. "You stupid man, let me look." "It isn't safe for you, dear. You wait here and I will go down and get the treasure." His wife jumped into the bucket. "Be quiet, you stupid man. I am going to see the treasure for myself." She went down in the bucket. Sidi Ahmed climbed on the donkey's back and rode away at top speed. "My wife, she will be very angry," he thought to himself. "But I don't care. It's so lovely and quiet without her." He spent a happy, busy day in the forest. When it was getting dark, he went back to the well. He pulled up the bucket and got ready for the loud, angry voice of his wife. "Saved at last," said a deep voice. "You have saved me from that terrible woman. How can I thank you, oh dear, dear friend?" Sidi Ahmed was very surprised and almost dropped the bucket. A huge genie was standing beside the well. "I am a quiet man," said the genie. "I like peace and calm. I have lived at the bottom of this well for hundreds of years and no one has ever disturbed me." Then suddenly this terrible woman appeared, "And now you have saved me." The genie picked up Sidi Ahmed and the donkey and flew away with them. "Where are we going?" asked Sidi. "Away from the terrible woman, of course," said the genie. "Now tell me, what can I give you? Do you want gold, jewels, a king's daughter for your wife?" I don't want another wife, thank you. One was quite enough," laughed Sidi. "Oh, not all women are like that," said the genie. "Look at this one, and if you want her, she is yours." He put Sidi Ahmed carefully down on the roof of a beautiful palace. "This palace belongs to the king of China," said the genie. "His daughter is down there in the garden." Sidi Ahmed looked at the beautiful young girl. "I must marry her," he said. "Help me, genie, please." "Very well," said the genie. "Listen." He spoke a few words in Sidi Ahmed's ear. One minute, the king's daughter was picking flowers. The next minute, she was lying on the ground. She looked dead. The servants ran to her. Her eyes were shut and her face was as white as milk. They called the king's doctor, but he could not do anything. "I will give anything to the man who makes her well," promised the king. Sidi Ahmed appeared at the palace door. "I hear that your daughter is ill, O great king," he said. They led him to her. "Ah, I see," he said. "A bad genie has got into your daughter, O great king. This sometimes happens in my country. I must try to make the genie go. But it will not be easy. He spoke to the white still girl. "Come out of there, genie. Can't you see the girl's father is frightened?" "It is nice and warm in here," said a deep voice. It appeared from the lips of the king's daughter. The king fell down on his knees. "Please help her," he cried. "Get out," said Sidi Ahmed again. "Oh, all right," said the deep voice. The girl's body shook like a leaf, and the genie flew out of her mouth in a cloud of smoke. "Oh, I have had such a strange dream," the girl said in her own sweet voice. She sat up and rubbed her eyes. Her father ran to her and took her in his arms. Soon, Sidi Ahmed married the king's daughter, and the king accepted him as a son. They had a beautiful wedding and were very happy. Sidi Ahmed quite forgot about his other wife, the one he left in the well. After some time, however, servants arrived from the king of India. "Great king," they said, "we hear that you have a wonderful doctor who can drive out genies. Our king's daughter is very ill, and the palace magician cannot do anything. He says that a genie is inside her, and the genie is too strong for him." "Of course, my son will help," said the king of China. "He took a genie out of my daughter when she was close to death. Sidi Ahmed, go at once and help these good people." Sidi did not want to go. He was very happy with his new wife, but he could not refuse. "What will happen when the king of India finds out?" he thought. "Will he send for the executioner?" The king of India was very glad to see Sidi Ahmed. "Sir," he said, "I will give you anything, if you can help my daughter." I will do my best, sir," said Sidi Ahmed. He lifted the girl's veil and fell in love. She was tall and dark, with red lips and hair like a black cloud around her lovely face. "Dear lady," he said, "I am so sorry, but I can't help you." To his surprise, a deep voice answered, "Oh, so they have sent for you." It was the genie. "Come out!" cried Sidi Ahmed in a loud voice. In a low voice, he added, "If you don't come out, they will cut off my head." "But I like it here," said the genie. "Oh, please," begged Sidi Ahmed, "I saved you once." "That was a long time ago," said the genie. "I am comfortable here and I'm going to stay." Sidi Ahmed pretended to be very frightened. He looked behind him. "I can see someone coming," he said. "Who?" said the deep voice. "That nice woman from the well," replied Sidi Ahmed. "Shall I tell her you're here?" "No!" roared the voice. The girl's body shook like a leaf. The genie flew out of her mouth in a cloud of black smoke. The girl sat up and rubbed her beautiful dark eyes. "Good day, dear lady," said Sidi Ahmed. "Will you marry me?" And of course, she agreed. And so, Sidi Ahmed became the husband of 3 wives. One was a daughter of King of China. One was a daughter of the King of India. Both were sweet and pretty and kind, but Sidi Ahmed loved his first wife most. She never said a word, and she took great care of him. You see, the cold, damp well hurt her throat. She lost her voice and was unable to thank him when he pulled her up in the bucket. Before she could get her voice back, Sidi Ahmed ordered his servants to make wells everywhere. Each well had a bucket of gold with his wife's name on it. "How sweet," people said. "Sidi Ahmed loves her so much." His wife understood and she stayed quiet. She did not want to be a prisoner in the well again. Yes, Sidi Ahmed was a very lucky man, and you too are a very lucky person because you got to hear this amazing, amazing story. Thank you.